back to the state championship game, great Northern Indiana Conference group of kids. Once again, Chris Baldwin, Eric Klein, Aaron Winbigler, Kent Wickham, Steve Carter, Brant Sidwell, along with Steve Green. You already mentioned Crescenzio. Also, Jeremy Lowry made second team. Paul Hanner, a second team guy. You look at some of those names that made up this group. And this was a group as a whole that you had about a dozen 3-year players. Mm-hmm. So when you saw these boys coming in as sophomores, and with the addition of Lowry moving in, did you have an inkling that this was a state championship title or a state championship game type of group?
Well, we always kind of had high hopes every year. So I mean, can't say this, we're waiting for this group. We've tried to win it every year. That's just the way it is. You said, figure out what your goals are, and we're going to help you try to meet them. We told them that at spring meeting. Well, they always wanted to win the state, so that's going to be one of our goals. And one kid we hadn't mentioned much is one of the great ones we have, Aaron Winbigler. He was a 3-year starter at middle guard, a full ride to IU, and man, was he a tough son of a gun. And he was big. He's like 6, big, but back in those days, he's like 6'3" or 4, about 235, 240, and just really a tough kid. And we had some others. Chris Baldwin was Brent's brother, and he's good. He's now a principal in the Westfield School District. So he went into, and he coached at Carmel for a few years before he got into administration. So there's another one that went into coaching. And Brant Sidwell was a good wide receiver. And I'll tell you, we played Valpo in the worst snow. They piled it up off the side. It was like 3 feet high. I have it on, they made Tim Carroll, who's now working as an administrator in Texas. He used to make single game highlight films, and he had this one. I remember Buzz and Dale Dorfler. Dale, as I said, coached at Fort Wayne North, and Buzz at Fort Wayne Northrop. They came down to see that game and sat in the visitors. He says the coldest they have ever been in their lives. He says, I don't even know how you coach. And it was like in an ice bowl. I mean, it was just real high snow all the way around. And I know Greiman threw a touchdown pass to Sidwell. I mean, I don't even know how he's even hold the ball. But it was a great game, and we beat Valpo, and I think that was the first time we played them since '75. We hadn't seen them along the Turney Trail ever until that night, since '75.
In 1989, that state championship trip for you was, and also one of my buddies was playing in the 1989 state championship game. Don House was after he won his second that weekend. Do you recall any conversations that you had with Donnie and talking about the Valpo game? I know he's always been a guy to share information with his friends.
Yeah, well, I want to tell you the one thing I learned that night, that we completely changed the way we traveled after that. After that, we always stopped at Carmel. They had their new stadium. We ate sack lunch there before the game. We did all our taping. We had all our position meetings. We had all our team meetings, and just got on the bus and went to the dome like we're going to Elkhart. And the reason being, I think Hobart won that year.
Yep.
And we shared, and the thing we didn't know, we shared a locker room with Hobart. And we were in there trying to have our team meeting, and they came in screaming and banging lockers. They were not trying to be disrespectful. They were very, very happy and excited. And they came in screaming and yelling and singing and hugging, and we're sitting there. We haven't played yet. They've already won. And Donnie and Tom, we just said, God, could you guys, is there any? Well, they tried their best, but I mean, the team was so, it was, they couldn't get it completely under control. They finally got them out in the hallway. You still hear them through the door. But I said, we can't do that anymore. So we went to Carmel, except the years Corey played Carmel down there, they went to Ben Davis and did it. But it was, I decided it's the only way to go. You don't want to share a locker. You come in, all we did was hang our clothes up and went up and sat in the stands in the end zone because we already had our work done. We're just waiting, waiting until it's time to go.